Today's adventure begins by me checking out of my hotel in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. A place with a pretty good view. Gatlinburg right through the spur that direction. A little bit of a river view down here with lots of geese. The geese congregate out here every morning. Right along the water and in the parking lot, as well as over there on that little berm. I've been here for just a little over a week. Heading out. It's been pretty nice here. The weather has been cool and crisp, and I have slept with the door open to the balcony almost every evening. And I wake up to the sounds, the soothing sounds of squawking geese. I like it. Looking at the weather forecast for the commute today, it's going to be rainy pretty much the entire day over to North Carolina. And since I'm heading in and through the mountains, well, even if I wasn't going there, but just to be extra cautious, probably not a lot of gas stations. I'm fueling up now. I'm just about on E, $3.39 a gallon here at the Citgo in Gatlinburg. We'll probably have a piping hot caffeinated beverage inside this Stop and Shop market. I'll make myself a coffee too. Starting the intro now here at the Pittman Center City Hall. Look at this relic in the small town right along this river. As the recording of this, it is Friday, TGIF, November 11th, 2022. I'm going to be taking some back roads, some thoroughfares, and heading into North Carolina. Bound for Charlotte by this evening. Not really sure what this is on this trash can. Retro trash can with these seats next to the riverway. Let me flip this around. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. I checked the weather this morning and it said that there is a tornado watch, not necessarily here in Tennessee, but possibly on the commute through North Carolina today. Hopefully when I get to those certain areas, because you know, it's a couple hundred miles trek and I'm going to be stopping at a lot of different places, just seeing some stuff, no real rhyme or reason. Hopefully the inclement weather does not affect me, but it might. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Continued on down the road just a little bit. Stopping off here at Doc's famous 321 Cafe. You can eat at Doc's. There's also something called the Cranky Bear, which is up top there. But it's more or less like an antique shop as well that also serves food. There's a decoy duck right there. However, because today is Friday as a recording of this, this will not be open till tomorrow. It says, sorry, we'll not be able to open today. Doc was up all night sick. Thanks, see you Saturday. So I hope Doc, I never met Doc. Hopefully he feels a little bit better, but this is pretty awesome. There's a sideways pig up top here. Now I'm not allowed to go in when they are closed. It says keep out when closed. But I can stand here along the edge and just kind of look at all this. These beautiful antiques and relics that are right here along 320. I guess this is 321. The Hog's Back Hotel. See if I can zoom in a little bit on some of this a little more. That bus there, looks like there's a pig walking across. We got a VW Bug with a canoe on top of it. A very happy frog wanting to give some hugs. Store mannequin. The red hat on. A cow over there. Award-winning BBQ chili and stew. Yesterday I was at a chili cook-off. I think I've had my fill of chili for a while. This place is pretty awesome. A goodies sign. Glad I got to see this, even though it's not open today. All right, moving on. Now I'm noticing the name on the side of this pontoon. By the way, I'm in Cosby. Mean Wiener. The side of that pontoon. But check out this old video rental store has closed. A couple trucks parked out front. But they still have the neon video rental sign here in Cosby up top there. Has the lights on it and everything. Beautiful. It's a junkyard over here with a lot of old classic trucks. Look at those. Classic truck and car alert overload in there. Nice. Some beauties in there. Looks like it stopped raining for now. Oh, there's a dog in the road. Look out, dog. Look out, dog. Excuse me, dog. This is what you would consider back roads. I will be taking some non-back roads, but right now, a lot of back roads. At least out of Cosby. Catton's Grove. This is the name of this church. C-A-T-O-N-S Grove. Okay, I decided to take a rather extreme scenic route up to the top of a mountain. It is very foggy and hazy up here. So I've decided to do a U-turn and go back to a more direct route because it's very, very windy. I don't really know the road conditions too well. And the higher up I get, the foggier it is. But it's beautiful up here and very quiet, peaceful and serene. Very foggy. Very windy roads. Look at this. It is a whole vibe. Back down a little lower in elevation, non-windy and newer paved road. Pulled over here to look at this old homestead, which is awesome. Look at this relic. Got the rock out front here. Not Dwayne Johnson, but a boulder. This is perfect. The right amount of vines, no tagging, no graffiti. The tree placement here, this is like a photograph or a painting in real life. Just amazing. Still has the address on the side, 315 here. There's a satellite dish around the back. That's surprising. Wasn't expecting to see this little satellite dish around the back. Crossed over the state line now into North Carolina and immediately hitting a traffic jam here on Interstate 40. I'm on the freeway now, off the back roads and onto the interstate. But a little bit of a slowdown here, a little backup here on I-40 eastbound. Now in North Carolina. It started raining again. That was a pretty lengthy delay in both directions. I've already gone through it by heading the other way. You can see traffic's really backed up for all the road work that's happening back there. Look at this. There's a lot of congestion through here. Exit of the interstate, pulling through Canton now. Check out this paper mill up here. Big old paper mill. The only reason I know it's a paper mill is because the sign stated it. I just figured it was a factory of some sort, but in fact, it's a mill that makes paper. And it's actually given the name Papertown, the nickname Papertown, Canton, North Carolina. There's a classic truck over here, this Ford. I have arrived. I'm going to walk around downtown, the small, quaint community of Papertown, Canton, North Carolina. Stretch my legs a little bit. With the mill over there, you see the train tracks and the train cars. This is Main Street right here. Jackson Appliance. Textbook Americana through here, as far as this Main Street is concerned. Love it. Little cafe up here on the side. Just love these old buildings. The old signage. 157.5 Main Street. It's a billiard, Papertown Billiards up here. This is like a soapbox derby car here. A champion of paper and fiber, not for sale. There's another one over here. Canton, North Carolina. And I zoomed in down the road there just a bit to old Martin's Drugstore. And right in the middle of this downtown is a restaurant called Southern Porch. But really what kind of drew me into the side of this building was this old Eat Here sign. Still mounted on the side. Classic. And over to this side is the medical building, as stated right above the awning that says Randall's 1941. Actually says medical building right up there on the side. Starting to rain a little bit harder now. Need gas? You could sell this place your video games. Only if you need gas. Or for any other reasons, but this mural over here has a couple of fish. Ooh, I like this old relic of a building down there as well. Cross over. This is a one-way street with the traffic coming towards me. Vincent E. Wright is the artist here. I'm reading it over there on the side. He inscribed his name. These two fish. This looks like this mural, this painting has been here for quite some time. Ballroom Company across the way there. And the Pigeon River Mercantile. Ooh, I see a Coca-Cola painting down there. You can always tell where a dentist is because they'll have something like this where there's like a tooth on the side of the building. Main Street Dental. Looking at it in the reflection here, a thing of beauty. The water kind of permeating down the side of this window. The non-reflective view is this. Now there is a repainted Coca-Cola mural here, but there's also an older one up here that does not look like Coca-Cola. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I'm going to have a Wheel of Fortune moment momentarily. Factory over in the distance, the paper mill. This is definitely a vintage Coca-Cola painting here on the side of this brick wall, which you see in a lot of small towns, but this has been retouched up. Don't see a year anywhere on there, but that is awesome. One of my favorite things to find in small communities. Now if I could just figure out what this says. Dr. Pepper, oh, it might be Dr. Pepper. Maybe? I don't know. I'm seeing something that resembles like a pepper. I went ahead and wiped the rain off the lens just a little bit, try to make it a little clearer. Can't tell what the rest of it says, but I believe at top there is something stating Dr. Pepper up there. This is a relic of promotional paint material on the side of brick. You have to look very closely. Pepper. P-E-P-P. You can't really make out the final E and R, but definitely a Dr. Pep moment right there. A ghost sign. Love it. And it's kind of a neat coincidence, if you will, that the street that it's on shares my name. Adams Street. And even more murals over here next to the Milltown Market. Got some old paintings of Farmers Federation, the town clock, the Canton auction. Always love a good mural. Oh, here's the judge. Right here holding the gavel. Guilty, that is all, that is all. That's a Mr. Oh, no, you know what? I'm totally incorrect. It's an auction house owner. It's an auction house owner. This is the Canton auction. Disregard my Mr. Toad quote. Back on the road now. Water wheel here. Pretty neat stop off here at Papertown, Canton, North Carolina. From woo to paper, we make it safer. I think the D's missing. From woo to paper, they make it safe. We make it safer. I'm just glad to help. Carried on just a few miles outside town of where I just was, on the corner of Luther Road. There's a place called the Hot Dog King. You cannot put a beacon up here in the sky like this and not expect me to not be tempted by the Hot Dog King. I got a little bit of an appetite right now, and I feel like it is about to be quenched by this gentleman. Hail to the king, the Hot Dog King. Look at this roadside relic that's still open for business. Love it. There's a Demogorgon out front. Gorge like a Demogorgon. The Stranger Things reference right there. I even like the very retro vintage snacking area outside. I knew I needed a hot dog. I mean, I didn't know I needed it until I saw this place, but now I need one because it's the Hot Dog King. And this is what we're dealing with. I went with Dr. Pepper over there. Not like an oversized, definitely not like a foot long or anything, just a normal size hot dog. This is a chili dog with onions on there. And I got the kraut dog with a little onions on there as well, and a bag of chips. They're only like $2 each, $2.30 each, give or take. So I think this whole meal was like 10 bucks. Hot Dog King. Burger King. Hot Dog King. When you think of the king, fast food Burger King, but this is a Hot Dog King. All right, gonna keep moving on. That was pretty good. I drove about 20-25 minutes further. Well, maybe not that far. 15-20 minutes over here to the Feed and Seed in Fletcher Supply Company. Right here off kind of a busier road. Fletcher is not really a huge community, but this road itself a little bit busy. You can see the light over there. Looks like there might be a church building here too. It says there's a worship service here every week. You got the retro signage up top. Yeah, I think it is a church building now. There's a historical marker up here for Edgar W. Bill Nye. Not Bill Nye the Science Guy, because this Bill Nye passed on in 1896. Humorist and journalist, retired in North Carolina, 1891. Lived at Buck Shoals, 3.5 miles west. Grave is 1 mile north. A different Bill Nye, the non-science guy. It is raining. I'm getting back in my car. I'm gonna keep driving. Across the way there, Ferris wheel. Non-operational Ferris wheel. It's using an advertisement for a company along this road. Oh, I'm waiting at a light here in Henderson. Is it Hendersonville or Henderson? I can't remember which, but corner of North Main and 6th. Dad's Collectibles. There's a Drink Coca-Cola mural over there. Okay, the light just turned green. I'm on Interstate 26. I just checked the weather again, and I am indeed in a tornado watch. Not a tornado warning, but a tornado watch in this area at 3:05 p.m. on I-26. And this just popped up on my phone as well, an emergency alert for flash flooding as well, different than the tornado watch. I should be okay. Once it goes to a warning, it might be a little worse. But this also popped up just as I was talking about the tornado watch. This shows where I am and where I'm going to this evening. Now, if I were not to stop and driving at the speed I'm at, it'd be just under 2 hours. Of course, I'm going to probably stop at a couple more places. But you can see both routes I'm taking have the watch in place. Veered off the interstate here. Well, actually the interstate ended and turned off into Mooresboro. Take a look at this. This was unplanned. The first thing I see as I just went past the little main street here is this. I've seen quite a few of these today. Mooresboro. Evidently this was the downtown district for a while. I mean, there's still a lot of people living here in this area, but as far as what was the downtown, this is a portion of the businesses that are closed. This one looks to have been renovated. Maybe someone lives there. Some old vehicles over here, some buses, and more classic cars. Just sitting here in this little parking area. And now pulling through Kings Mountain, town of Kings Mountain. Really need to wipe off the rain from my lens. Chat and Nibble Restaurant. That's a good name. This is the Art Center. Used to be, oh, check it out, right down here. Probably should roll the window because my camera's getting really wet. This used to be the railroad. The railroad track runs right there. You see a cars parked down there. And then the new railroad is on the other side of the old railroad depot. I'm rolling this window up. It's raining pretty good. And with that, got myself a hotel for the evening near the airport here in Charlotte. And that's going to do it for today. Very rainy, drizzly, and not the most pleasant drive, but I made it okay. And thankfully there was no super inclement weather, just a lot of rain. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog, and the street lights are on. Well, the lights are on over there. Glistening onto the lens of my camera, look at that. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video. I am on my way back to Florida, but not for a couple more days. I'll be here a couple days, give or take a day. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. This tree has no leaves on it. The leaves have all fallen off. The vlog is over.